Good morning. I'm very well wrapped up again, still heating myself up from the burn. So, expand your consciousness challenge. Thanks for all your great feedback from yesterday. Today we're going to talk about the power of the vocal cords and the power of holding your breath to help create harmony in the body. Morning, Craig. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be saying to you is a repetition of stuff that I've said before, but coming from a different angle, really. As you know, I'm a very visual learner. That's why I do a lot of my research on YouTube now. So I'm watching, and that seems to be a really good way for me to take it in. So then when I'm explaining it, I like to give a visual of why we're doing things the way we're doing it and why it works. So as you know, when from a nutrition perspective, we look at food and how it affects the cells and how it affects the information that gets in and out of the cells. And then we know we have these microtubules that run throughout the cells that are like this 3D spider's web, which is like, every cell becomes its own little accordion that's either in tune or out of tune because it's too tight, dark, stagnant, toxic, and it's not translating the information, or it's in tune and it's in harmony and it's allowing the information. Can we get too expanded? Well, the problem, let's say, when you're in expansion and you're in that unconditional love state and everything's wonderful, is if that feeling is coming from an external source. Morning, Janice. That then as soon as that external source is no longer available to us, this expansion can disappear. So we want to be the master of our emotions, and this is really, really common if you fall in love with somebody or fall in lust with somebody and you're like, oh, this is amazing, they're beautiful, they're fantastic, they make me so happy. And then, you know, maybe the next day or the next year, morning Sean, things start to change and that external energy supply isn't really giving you the same hit, because we are not creating that feeling from the inside out, we're creating the feeling from the outside in. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I highly recommend that you use external sources to help you get into the state that you want to get into. But mastery of our emotions means that we can go into that unconditional, expanded, loving, harmonic state, because it is sound, it's music. We literally are in this musical sound vibrational universe, and we are part of that. And you know, we've never really been taught how incredible the human body is, and that's really what the Heal Scotland movement is all about, is to really help you see the body in a completely different way that excites you and gets you excited to learn all the ways that you can take your power back. And that's not to say that you might not need some help from external forces, whether it's pharmaceutical forces or whether it's Chinese doctors, where I would go, a Chinese medicine that's an overview of the entire system. Because when we talk about, you know, the straw that breaks the camel's back, there is usually not one reason why we get sick. There might be one reason that breaks the camel's back. But when we're looking at healing, we're looking at taking, and we're looking at expansion, we're looking at taking enough straws off the camel's back so that we can see life from a much higher perspective. And that's what this is all about. Expanding your consciousness is about seeing things from a higher perspective. And when you see things from a higher perspective, you will cease to judge. You will cease to criticise. You'll see, and yourself included, you'll cease to be triggered by other people and your environment. Because what happens if we have a hugely negative experience, the brain takes a snapshot, and everything that happens, the smells, the colours, the place, all of that is captured in that snapshot. And then when we come against any of these senses again, we can get triggered back into the pain. So when we're actually really looking to let go of the past, and it's not, you don't forget, but you let go of all the electrical currents that are attached to the memories, because we can electrocute ourselves on a daily basis, going over and over things that have happened in the past and projecting and projecting and projecting all of that into a perceived future. So, you know, standing on your own 2 feet, and I mean, I know terrible things have happened to people. I listen to that on an almost daily basis. So this is not to take away from people's pain and tragedy, but the reality is the past is now there in the past, and we can move forward and choose to take it with us, drag it with us, or choose to leave the pain of it behind so that we can create something a lot more joyful in the future. Within that, there is a grieving process. You know, we need to allow ourselves to grieve. You know, it is a process that takes this time, illusion of time. So patience is a huge thing. And, you know, we're in this instant everything. I want, I get. That the idea of waiting until things appear is a little bit alien to us in the West. So what we're saying, though, it's a full 180-degree flip on the law of attraction, getting what you want and striving, goals, etc., which I'm sure must be exhausting everybody, particularly during these times, where you just sit with and you go within. You create this harmony, the harmonics at a cellular level, which is what we're going to do today. And then you really use your clear intention and your imagination. And this is power versus force. So you're not exhausting yourself. You're making a very clear intention. You really understand that when you choose to let something go, when you choose to create something, to attract something, then you will. As long as you keep your focus on the goal, the vision, the dream, the thing, the person, the feeling, and let go of all of the subconscious limitations that you have. When I went to Sedona the second time, we spent 9 days dissolving all concepts and labels. Right down to I'm a man, you're a woman. I'm a woman, you're a man, I mean. or another woman. Letting go, morning Margaret, letting go of all of the concepts and labels, right down to meeting soul to soul. So that was a hugely empowering 9 days. Can you imagine 14 hours a day of letting go of all the concepts and labels? What did Lilia think she had to do in order to be more enlightened, to be happier, to be more joyful? So really investigating all your beliefs and then letting them go. Because the man-made beliefs are man-made and they're rubbish compared to the ones that are actually, when you let go and go into the unknown, that is when it really becomes truly magical, the things that can happen. So, and I want to just touch on the intellect. You know, we not only do we give our power away to people who are richer than us. Well, you're richer, so you must be more, you must be superior, and you know more than me about my body. Aye, as if. We also give it away with supposed education. Well, you've got a really good education, so you're therefore cleverer than me and you know more than me about my body. Really? Now, there may be people out there that know more than you about your body, but I doubt it. So the intellect, and we know this from Joe Dispenza's work, the more educated you are, that can be the thing that keeps you away from moving into the heart, because you've invested so much in being educated and getting the degrees and the letters, etc., and everybody thinking that you're wonderful because you're so educated, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you start to believe you're superior to other humans because of your education, or if you think people are superior to you because of their education. And that's another big trap, as well as the income trap that we fall into. We're all the same. Nobody's superior. And when people are trying to make you believe that they're superior, and people have said this to me, what do I know? Listen to your doctor. Who do you think you are? You know, it makes me laugh because I have studied this stuff for so long on a daily basis. It's the only thing that I'm interested in. I know what I know. I'm also very aware what I don't know. I've got my heroes that I aspire to be more like. But I choose that. I choose these people. I check in what excites me, who is it that makes me think, yes, yes. So, you know, not this do as I say. That was never, ever going to work with me. I need to understand and feel somebody's truth, if you like, rather than the systems which we have inadvertently created that have got completely out of control and that we are allowing to dictate to us about our health and our happiness. So that's where I stand on that one. So when you start to expand, let go of all the concepts, all the ideas about people being superior to you because of their house, their postcode, their job, their education levels. You know, we know that poor people are much more likely to give than rich people because they know what it's like not to have. So they don't think, well, you should just do this, that, and the next thing, and then you would have these things. They actually genuinely share. And the science is out there, folks, and it's categorically outstanding and resounding. Community and altruism heals. And the competition and the judgment and the separation that we've got going on in our culture actually we're killing each other with that illusion. And it's really mental when you think about it. So in this expanding consciousness, I'm going to be bringing you more and more exercises to feel that connection. The oneness of who we truly are. The listening into your soul, to your intuition, to your heart as to where you want to go over this next few weeks, months and years. This is very, very much a personal journey. And in order to really grab it by the gonads or the ovaries, you need to let go of all the concepts and labels you've been given. And that can be scary because then it's like, nobody's telling you what to do and the responsibility comes back to you. So gently, gently, patiently, patiently, waking up to your truly incredible power. And we're going to start off today with breath work. Okay. Hi, Patricia. Thank you. We're going to start off with the breath work because we know from the breath work that we oxygenate the cells and we create this cellular expansion. But like I've been saying to you, holding your breath, which is absolutely unbelievably powerful. And you think about it, you know, like kids do it, they stop breathing. And in actual fact, and we again would try to make them breathe again, when in actual fact, when you stop breathing like that, the nervous system just calms right down. So it's absolutely genius. Again, the body has a response to the stuff that's going on inside. And what do? We come in because we know better and we put drugs in to change the response and to mask the symptoms instead of going, right, okay, what's happening here? And, you know, I think when I heard that phrase, we're treating our food problems with drugs, I thought, my God, that's what we're doing. And we're treating our breathing problems with drugs. Not breathing properly has a whole myriad of potential negative side effects over the years. Not eating properly is the same. And what do? We put drugs in instead of learning how the body actually works and why is it malfunctioning. And also, you know, I need to touch on this whole emotional and anxiety pandemic that we have. feeling anxious is a normal part of growing up as we're finding our way in the world. And we've now put a kind of label on it. And we know that when we put a label on repetitive strain injury, we created a global pandemic of RSI because everybody started thinking, oh, I've got a pain in my wrist, that must be hairdressing. And maybe it's hairdressing, maybe it's not. Maybe it's age, maybe it's something else. It is absolutely incredible, the guesswork that we do as humans, and we're doing a lot of that right now. Guessing things and then making policy based on the guesses. And that one of the germ theory is one of the great guesses. Kill the germs, kill the germs, kill the germs, which we're still doing, instead of change the environment. It's the soil. It's not the germs. We need to change the environment that the germs land in. So, and that's about, taking it from the COVID perspective, that's about us, instead of being terrified of other humans and going, stay away from me, you might kill me. We go, okay, what do I do to protect myself? And yes, exactly, Ilsa. What can I do to make sure that I am the strongest version of myself? One of the first things you can do is start breathing through your nose. Eat a healthy diet and get sunlight. We all know that. But why is the government not talking about that? Ask yourself that question. Why are they not on that TV every night teaching you to breathe, calming you down, looking after you like they truly love you, not like they're truly trying to terrify you? It's this allopathic approach which is kill the symptoms, fear, 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 fear. Here, drugs, fear, that's wrong when you take a drug, that's wrong when you cut that out. It is bonkers what we're doing. It's so old-fashioned, and we're so far behind in all this mind. And I know it's changing. I know somebody told me yesterday that their doctor had suggested that it was emotional problems that were in their back. So let's get on with expanding ourselves, because you know I could keep you here all day banging on about what's wrong when we really want to bang on about what's right. And what is right is that you are powerful. What we're going to do today is we're going to virtually hold hands, everybody on this live, and we're going to create a power grid. Already our brains are in training. If you're listening and resonating with what I'm saying, our brains will entrain if you're interested. And not everybody will be. I get that. We're all at different stages and levels. So our brains will entrain, and we will actually actively intend to support and bring each other up into these higher vibrational states. And we'll actively intend, using the breath, to let go of everything, all the limiting concepts and labels that we have, not just about others, but about ourselves. We're clearing every single day that you do this with me, or that you do it with anyone else, you are raising your frequency. This is the mind gym. It's in your power. We don't know what's ahead. Let's face it, sometimes it overwhelms and scares me what's ahead, and we'll have to really move myself out that place. But we have to know that whatever is going to happen in the future, the one thing we can control is our cellular expansion or contraction and the chemistry in the body. It is incredible, the power that you have, but you need to practice, because you need to get good, because there may be some rough waters ahead before we get to heaven on earth. So what we're going to do 3 different breathing techniques today. 3 rounds. They're all going to be different because I want to introduce you to stuff that it's a bit like, it's a workout. Breathing, changing how you breathe is a workout for 2 reasons. 1, it's different from the way you're normally doing it. And 2, when we really start to power up, it actually is a physiological workout. So there's change, and there is the fact that I'm going to ask you to go for it. So make sure you're comfortable, and you can lie down. It's up to you. There seems to be a thing about the lungs. If you're lying down, the lungs, because they're mainly in the back, you're maybe not going to get the same retention. I used to do always lying down because I'm actually quite lazy. But now I start to actually sit up doing it because I think that's better. It's a better position. But don't let that make you not do it. If you prefer to do it lying down, do it lying down, because it's better to do it lying down than not to do it at all. Thank you, Morag. Okay, so, and what I'm doing with these videos is I'm cutting them in half so you can get the explanation bit about what we're doing, and then you can just get the exercise, so you can just go back and do the exercise. Because I know what I'm like. I get, if somebody talks too much, I just switch off. But I need you to understand what you're doing, because getting that visual, these visual of these little beautiful little musical instruments that are your cells, we're going to get them into tune, because we're going to be using the vocal cords. When you speak, you use 80% of your vocal cords, and when you sing, hum, chant, you use 100%. So as Sue Calley, my friend, says, the singing heart, we are singers who speak. And also when you start humming, you're going to feel a bit daft. It's like, anything that's out with your norm is going to, and particularly when you're older, I'm not doing that. The science is there, peeps. I'm not teaching you anything that there's no hundreds of science for. The jury is out. This is unbelievably powerful and will change your state, which will change your thinking, which will change your belief systems, your confidence, everything. So we're going to start off, we're just going to do 2-2, in for 2 and out for 2. Now, the amount of energy you want to put into this is up to you. So you can breathe in, so you just think about it. When you breathe in, I didn't really get this until I did a diving course. When you breathe in, you're filling up with the lungs and the belly, and you're creating expansion in the body. So the belly comes out when you breathe in, okay? When you do this, you're breathing in, but the belly comes in, and the shoulders and the chest come out. And what we're wanting to do is the complete opposite from that. We keep the shoulders down, we keep the chest down, and we breathe in, and the belly fills up. Okay, and then you can breathe out either through your mouth or your nose. Practice in and out through the nose. Now you can do that gently. Just let it go like that, or you can do... So you can do it with a lot more force. The more force you use, the more lightheaded you're likely to get. Now you're going for that lightheadedness, that change in chemistry, that change in expansion. That's what we're going for. So, if that, just take it easy. Just your body, you know what to do. The intelligence is all there in you. So just, you can take it easy, or you can power up even more. Your personality will help you decide what is right for you. Just tune into your heart. Keep your eyes closed. Don't listen to anybody else apart from yourselves. Okay? So we're going to do 2-2, 2-4, and then we're going to do 2, then 4, then hold for 4. Okay? And then we're going to do some humming and some breath holds, and then a short meditation. So get comfortable, make sure you're not going to be disturbed. Look at my legs, I'm comfortable. And that you're comfortable so that you can really focus in on the exercise. Okay, and remember, all we're doing is we're tricking the brain into giving us the chemistry that we want. We are directing ourselves with what I want you to think about this whole time, that this next 15, 20 minutes, however long we go on, is gratitude for the power that you're exploring and discovering, right? The amazing, you're powerful, way more powerful than anybody had ever really taught you. That you're fearless, that you're becoming this fearless energy being that really is indestructible, because we are imperturbable and indestructible. So this is where you're going. This is what you're thinking about as you're doing this. It's just like, yeah, expansion, growth, exploring this different dimensions, these different data streams of information. It's new. Yeah, that can be a bit scary, but it's exciting too, and just allow the journey to unfold. And if you don't like what you're feeling, but you will. But if it just feels a little bit, you know, some people are very fearful. If you just feel that the expansion's too much, just stop breathing a little bit. Take some nice, easy breaths, okay? But I invite you to go for this. It's just breath work, but don't underestimate the power of it. So you're just going to follow me, the belly breath, so you can do it as powerfully or as gently as you want. Both have a benefit. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at our breath holds and how long we can hold the breath, expanding the lungs. Our lungs, these incredible organs that take up a lot of our upper body, they're a connection to life. As we breathe in and out, it's the pranayama, our connection, our life force. I mean, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. These lungs, we can teach them to expand more. You know, what can happen after chemotherapy is that the lungs can become less, less elastic. But you can change that. And that's the phenomenal thing about the regeneration capacity. Things that we thought were on a downward slide, they're not. We can override that system. Same with ageing. Now, I've not worked in the face yet. It's wanting to age, but let's face it, I don't spend any time on it. I don't really care that much anymore. But everything inside, we can regenerate and expand. We've got the same capacity to regenerate at 80 as we have at 18. But the only difference is this. Oh, well, you're getting older. Oh, wear and tear. Bollocks! No such thing. You can get in and start the healing process and the regeneration with this. Dare to believe that you can heal. When did we stop thinking things would heal? You get, oh, my knee's sore. Oh, that's so my knees are going to be sore for the rest of my life. Really? No. We're going to do a bit of healing when we go into that place today as well. Whether you want to heal, whether you want to perform. Hello from Australia. Hi, Sarah. Lovely to see you. Whether you want to perform at just your own PBs or some, you know, if you're a professional athlete, whether you want to create, you're a powerful manifester, whether you want to attract wealth, whether you want to just improve your relationships with your children, with your partner, with your family members, it doesn't really matter what you want, this is going to help. Okay, so let's just do it. So 2-2 we're going to start with, so just breathe with me until I tell you to stop, and then we're going to make some nice noises on the exhales, and I invite you to play around with the key. So you play around with the key and close your eyes and really resonate in with your body and hum any way you choose, okay? I like to go low, but then I like to switch it about and go high just to see what happens. It's your body. You experiment and explore and learn about it. Okay, so let's start. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Smile and keep going. Power it up. All the way in, all the way out. And now hold the breath. Smile. Gratitude for the fact that you can breathe. And just hold it. Close your eyes. focusing on the sensations in the body. Feel the cells rearranging themselves. The innate intelligence rearranging, healing, harmonizing. And 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And squeeze the energy into the brain. Tighten the muscles, pelvic floor, abs. Push it through your heart center into the brain. Squeeze. 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 Focus on the forehead. Squeeze. And let it go. And just have a few nice easy breaths before we go into round 2, which is going to be 2-4. Just know that that intelligence is at work right now. Enjoy it. Let go. Consciously feel grateful for the releasing of everything that no longer serves us. As we virtually hold hands, it's a power circle, a power grid of energy. And we intend that everything that no longer serves any of us is released effortlessly now. And we wish for the greatest good of the collective and for each other now, as we gently and intentionally raise our vibration. Okay, round 2. So it's 2-4. Smile. Smile. Observe what's happening inside the body. And all the way in. And all the way out. And hold. Secondary tension. Hold your breath. Observe and let go. Feel the tingling. Observe the chemistry. Feel the brain excreting all these feel-good hormones. The pineal gland working its magic. Allow the harmonizing and the healing to happen as you relax deeper and deeper into state. Three, 2, 1. Breathe in. And squeeze. Clench all the muscles and squeeze the energy up the spine into the brain. The crystals in the pineal gland. Letting go of all that electrical energy. And let it go. And again, just keep your eyes closed. and enjoy the buzz. Consciously say to yourselves, I am letting go. I am letting go of everything that no longer serves me. I am grateful for my innate power. I am reconnecting to the field, source, divine, whatever your word is. Okay, and our last session is in for 2, out for 4, and hold for 4. Now again, if you've not done this, just be patient with yourself and do your best. Okay, power versus force. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and in. And hold. And in. And out. And hold. And out. And hold. And in. And out. And hold. Hold. And 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 all the way in. And all the way out. And hold. Eyes closed, focus on the forehead. Observe the tingling, the oxygen, the energy, the carbon dioxide levels changing. Observe the innate healing. Release any doubt of the incredible intelligence of your body. Let go of anything that could possibly inhibit your healing. 3, 2, 1. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze. Squeeze. Hold it. And hum the way out. Deep belly breath in. hum. Choose any key you want. Feel the cells expand as you take another deep breath in. Every cell in the body expanding and releasing. Feel the cells get lighter and lighter. Clear intention to let go of the past, of the pain that no longer serves you. 2 more. Okay. And just some nice free breathing. Keeping your eyes closed. Allowing, giving the cells the space, the trust and the time that they need to recalibrate and harmonize. Feel the gratitude for the simple power inside each one of us. As we hold hands virtually and we feel our brains entrain and our hearts go into coherence. Feel each other's hearts as we turn into this super power grid of clear intention. Together, we can create miracles. Together, we can create peace, joy, unconditional love. It's more fun, it's more powerful to do it together. And it starts inside each one of us. So let's just give appreciation for everyone on this call, now or later. Feel the gratitude. So give thanks to each other for taking this time to help heal ourselves and to send this frequency out to the planet, to our country, whatever country that may be. We cannot be separated. In our minds, we are one. It's Feel the unconditional love for each other, the gratitude for the souls on this journey together, and our ability to wake up to this power. Feel our vibration increasing gently, safely, effortlessly, as we clearly intend for the greater good of everyone on the call, that we become lighter and brighter. We dissolve all suffering from the past. We dissolve any illusion of separation from those with different points of view. We release all desire to criticize and judge ourselves and other selves. Allow us to see from a higher perspective. Allow us to tap into this unconditional love frequency, this power grid that we are. Feel the power. Feel the love when we pull together for the greater good of all. The love for our people that are in pain, separated from their loved ones, separated from source. Feel the love. Beam the love to those in pain, emotional pain and separation. Feel our hearts release all the disappointments, traumas, betrayals from the past. Let go of all limitation. Allow the body, give permission to the cells to release everything that no longer serves you. As we hold each other in this space and allow the process. Feel. This is not an intellectual exercise, it's a heart exercise. Take your attention into the heart. Feel the love for others, for yourselves, for the miracle of life. For wakening up to our true potential. And as we beam this love over Scotland, the light and the unconditional love for the greater good, we're all at different stages, all at different levels of consciousness and understanding. Patience with that. Beam the frequencies of love over the country, over your country, over the entire planet, as we hold Mother Earth in our hearts. Turn up the love, turn up the healing. Every cell in our bodies amplified as we do this together. Clear intention for healing, for awakening. For those whose time is near. Collectively, we ask for help and guidance in this remarkable journey and the release of all fear and the appearance of courage to navigate the waves. Feel your cells expand in joy, trust and surrender to the higher power. Feel the healing. And then just gently, in your own time, become aware of the body again and the energy in the body. And take your attention to anything in your body that needs some unconditional love healing. Dive into that area. Sprinkle it with love. Make a clear command for healing. I am healing. I am healing. Healing has happened. And in your own time, just come back to the room. So we give thanks for each other and for the healings. So as we practice this work, becoming more wave than particle, feeling energy. Thank you, Craig, for being here. Feeling more wave than particle. Joe Dispenza's work talks about particle and wave. So thanks, Morag. It is just so powerful to do this work together. And if you understand the quantum nature of physics, is that we can take our mind wherever we want to go. You know, it's so simple when you think about it. You think waggle your toe, you look down at your toe and waggle your toe. That's you shifting your awareness quite simply like that. You can take it out to the walls of your room. You can take it up to the stars in the sky. Thanks, Susan. You can take your attention whenever you want to go. And we're living in this truly crazy but magnificent time where the energy and the Schumann resonance is speeding up and we are able to do things as three-dimensional humans that we just weren't able to do, well, most of us weren't able to do in the past. Wow, Mary, awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's truly magical, mystical stuff, this. And I think people have been doing it for millennia, and it's only now in the West that we're starting to truly understand the metaphysics and the quantum physics behind what the mind can achieve. Thanks, Patricia. But within that, we still have all the limiting beliefs that kind of stop us from doing it. And Joe Dispenza says the only reason you're not doing the work is because you don't really believe. If you knew from your boots that you had the power to influence anything, any cell, anything in your body, then you would be doing it. Nothing would be more important. Thanks, Morag. So give your cells some love. So when I'm thinking pure, unconditional love, my grandchildren will bring that into me instantly. There'll be faces, thinking about them. Great, Janice. Thanks, Margaret. We can use people or places, you know, my favourite beach in Malta or in Gozo, but the people that I love that really support and give to me, all of that makes your heart just brim. You know, use these memories. What we're normally doing is thinking about all the negative stuff. So it's the same process. Think of all the amazing stuff, and it's a challenge. You can do it. Fantastic, Janie. Pain will dissolve. Absolutely. When Ailsa, when you think and feel unconditional love, every cell in your body receives that. So when they say love yourself, love your cells and your cells will respond. Disease cannot live in an unconditional loving environment. It's not possible on an energetic level. And when you, as you raise your frequency, raise your frequency, then disease disappears. So as does fear, as does judgment and criticism of others. And you know, this is a really, much as it's a time that brings out judgment like you would never believe, it is also a time for you to own that judgment and let it go. And that there is your route to freedom. When you think of things with faith and trust and surrender into these processes, that your brain and your heart and your pineal gland, it turns out there's crystals all over the brain, but there's calcite crystals in the pineal gland, and when you use the breath and that intention, it creates a piezoelectric effect. Now that simply means when they're bashed together, when there's any energy hits it, it gives off electricity. And that's when the pineal gland starts to give you all the good stuff. The alchemy, the pharmacy is in here. Imagine you thought it was out there and it's in here. So thank you so much for joining me today and all the wonderful comments. Please share. What can you do to help Heal Scotland? Is share this work. Share the page. We've got the app. We've got a YouTube channel. We've got an Instagram channel. Everything, every way. We're on LinkedIn. Any way that people can connect, send me an email if you're interested in really learning how powerful you are and you are willing to stand up and take that power back, because no pill or drug can do that for you. Well, plant medicine can help you to see, for sure. Excuse me. Plant medicine definitely has a phenomenally powerful part to play and help wake us up. I believe we need more shamans, Scottish shamans with kilts on. How cool would that be? Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Huge love. Ciao.